The next online tool that we're going to look on is the Kahoot. Now, the Kahoot is a game-based learning platform that brings engagement and fun to billions of players every year at school, at work, and at home. Now, you can sign up for free and enjoy some of the benefits. Now, click on Kahoot Learning Game in Google. Once you click on that, you log in using your email address and your password that you have used to created the account. Once you log in, it takes you directly to the Kahoot home page. Now, when you go to the home page, once you start, you have a library, a collection of questions that you would have created. So here you have your collection of questions that you would have created. Now for Kahoot, you can discover, you can make reports, you can put your students into group and allow them to work. What we're actually going to do, so over here is my library with some questions that I started with my class. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to create our own questions. Once you click on create, it takes you to create a new Kahoot. Now it has many features. However, if you are not a member, you are unable to use some of the features. So we're going to click on create. So we're going to create. The first thing we're going to do is type our question here. Once you type your question, you can drag and drop an image from your computer, whether you want to create a video or an image, something that will explain the concept to the students when they are playing the game, if they encounter any issue. So I'm going to click on YouTube link and I'm going to paste a link. Once I paste the link, if it's the correct link, the video will appear. Also, this is very good because I can crop the video. I can choose when I want the video to start, when I want the video to end. Now I'm going to go ahead and add. So my video is there for reference for my students. Now, once I type my question, my next step is to choose my answers. So I'm going to be putting in the answers. So my answers are there. Before I can compose this in my folder, I need to set time. How long do I want my students to take to complete this? Is it that I want them to use 20 seconds? Is it that I want them to use 5, 10? So you select the time. Once you select the time, now you select your point. I want to give double point, so you click double. If you want the answer to be a single select or multiple select, go ahead and do that. Now, after I have done that, I must choose the correct answer before I compile it in the folder. So I'm going to choose the correct answer. So once I select the correct answer, I am now done. It is saving to my draft. So at the end, I'll have a folder with all my questions. So I click on done. Once I click on done, I give it a title. So I'm going to call it verb. Once I click verb, I click continue. After you click continue, Kahoot is ready to be played. What is it that you want to do with what you have done? Here are some suggestions. Is it that you want to test it? Is it you want to play now? Is it you want to share? So I am going to click on play now. Once I click on play now, it takes me start a single player game with virtual players. So remember it says you can play with billions of people and you can also play with virtual players. So I click on practice. Once I click on practice, my question will appear. Now the question will appear on the home screen. So I click on game on. So it gives me the name of the four other players that are there. So I'm going to put in my name. So I'm going to use a nickname. Then I click OK. Once I click OK, the question, see verb appear. The question will appear. So once it appears, you have to move fast because remember it's a game and you're playing with other person. You choose the answer. So once I choose the answer, I will select next. Now the video was placed there. So if a student wanted the opportunity to look back on the video before selecting the answer, they could. So I would click next. Once I click next, it gives us the position. So I was the first to select the answer. So it gives you the name of the person who selected the answer first and tells you of your position. So I can go ahead and skip the animation. All right. We're going to go back on Cohort Creator. So what we're going to do is that this is done. So we are going to create another question. So here would have had some questions that I had created. So I'm creating a bank so that my students can actually go on and use it. So again, if I want to put another question or another question, I click on create. Once I click on create, it takes me directly to the creator where I click create and I'm going to add another question. So if you want, you can also upload your image. You can go in the library and search for your image. So if you know that you have a particular picture that you want to place there to match with your question, I suggest that you upload your image because when you go to the library, it is going to be limited based on the fact that we are using the free trial. However, if you have the premium, no problem. So we're going to be placing some answers. Once I do that, I come over, I choose my time. So I'm going to use 5 seconds, standard point. I'm going to use double point, and I'm going to click done. Once I click done, all questions are to be completed. Why I was prompted with this? Because I did not choose an answer for my question. Remember, because it's a game, you have to choose the answer. So I come back and I choose my answer. Once I choose my answer, I go back, click done. So I'm basically telling my student, this is the category that is coming up next, social studies. So I click on continue. Once I click on continue, I can play or I can share with others. So because we already play, I'm going to click on share with others. Once I click on share with others, I put person's email here. So for example, I put an email here. I go ahead if I want to add more, click on add more and it automatically then I send. Once I click send, I can either copy or I can close. So I close. So this would have been sent to my students. If the students want to play, they go ahead and click play. Then I would click done. Once you click done, it goes directly into your folder. So you're creating a folder for yourself. So if you're in class and you want your students to go on Kahoot, you can just direct them to go and you can ask them to choose the folder that you would want. So you tell them to choose language, they will find language question. If you create a folder with social studies question will be there. If at any time you want to edit, you can go ahead and edit. So this is a wonderful site that we can use in our class. This is called the Kahoot. Let us invest our time and allow our students to explore. These 21st century diverse learners, they are very creative, so we can give them the opportunity as teachers to create their own questions and answer.